What's up, everybody? Destroyer here. Welcome back to another cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.2 version 6. Today we have a 4v4 on a map called Gorgoroth, which is of course, a new custom map made by Solas recently. We'll see. Yeah. But it's a good map. I like it. He has released 3 new 4v4 maps lately, which are all pretty solid. But this game was referred to me by Motoma, so it'll probably give you AIDS if you watch it. Let's hope so. Should be good though. It's a longer 4v4, which is always nice. And there's good players in it as well, so it's always good as well. So we have our first player, Motoma, as Goblins in the top team. We have Belsebub as Mordor there. Always nice to see Belsebub's return, even if he is a bit of a guy. He's a lovely individual, of course, I'm kidding. The Chain as Angmar there. And the last player on the team is Nemo as Men of the West. Pretty solid northern team, honestly. And we got our southern team here. Alex, 230, 419 as Men of the West. I skipped a player, didn't I? We have Fabled, or Sayang, as Dwarves there. We have Exclesior as... I almost said Men of the West. I'm so used to saying Exclesior as Men of the West because he always plays him, but Angmar. Jeez. Angmar, of course. And we have Solas, the map creator, who also used to go by Maher, so you might know him by that, as Isengard. Pretty good. Pretty good. A lot of good players in this match, actually. A lot of the good players are in this match. I'd say both teams are pretty solid, so this should be a good battle. And of course, the map itself, Gorgoroth. Very cool map indeed. Got the lava, as you would expect. There are fire drakes there and there. There are signifiers here and here. And of course you get this middle bit here, which is kind of a hillish area. Goblin caves in between. For a little bit of creepage and a little bit of blocking of the passages. Pretty cool map. I like it. And you also have outposts here and here as well with... where'd it go? There it is. With cave trolls guarding it. So you can't just claim it without resistance. Of course the northern team has the same. Let's take a look at what the players are doing. So we have Motoma going for Goblin Caves. Getting some Goblin spam out. He's going for 3 Goblin Cave starts. It's pretty good. Belsebub going for 2 Orc Pit starts. Very nice indeed. Looks like he will be throwing down a 3rd one. So there will be a lot of spam from the northern team. Angmar is probably going to be no different. Where's the Chain built his barracks? Probably in the base over here. Eh? Yeah. Good spot to build your base in the front guy's area. That way you can help defend your front dude a little bit better. And of course Nemo is going for Guard Archers and Soldiers, looks like. And we do have our Thrall moving across. It's not a very large distance between the 2 middle players, is it? It's just a bridge. So you gotta be ready. And it looks like Fabled is going for Guardians, of course, which he has pulled out. What is this? Sorcerer's Start. Exclesior started with Sorcerers. That's very curious. That is not something you see very often, is it? And this Goblin is not happy about it. Oh, I just realized something. Hang on. I had the in-game music on, and I don't like that. It's quite boring, I think. That's why I add the in-game music. That's not the replay music. It's too calm for my taste. Anyway, we have 3 battalions of dwarves in here. Very nice. But Sorcerer play is very, very curious indeed. So I'll like to see how that turns out for him. And it looks like Alex has gone for Goner Knights. Not a bad choice, but he does need to be a little bit careful. If he gets these stuck in these Goblin Warriors, they will die very quickly. That's something you have to be very careful with Cav in Rise of the Witch King. They do get stuck in these clumps of Goblin Warriors, and then when they Poison Blade, they just get absolutely destroyed. Look at that, they're trying to get out and they're having trouble. Slowing them down very much so. Solas has gone for Urkai Pikeman, so he's going to try and creep that. Looks like he's already claimed the outpost, actually. So that'll help him out, as if Isengard needs economy. But I guess early game, Isengard's economy is just the same as everyone else's, is it not? And then, of course, we have a Hall of the King's Men being thrown up by Exclesior right here. And these are non-Excelsiors. Chain has sent some thralls down to her ass. Which he actually probably will get this unless the Thrallmaster dies here quickly. Which it very well might. Oh, that's close. He managed to save it. Unfortunately, Solas lost a furnace there to some orcs from Belsebub. There's going to be a lot going on here. 4v4 for you in a nutshell, though. I think he's gone for Well of Souls. Yes, he's using Well of Souls. Well of Souls is very powerful, but doesn't seem to have done too much here. Just poisoned him a bit. What is it supposed to do? But it does, look at this, it just poisons them, and when they do die, they turn into whites. It's better to use Well of Souls in conjunction with something else a lot of the time. But when since he's double Well of Souls, it's kind of like a mini Blight. That's what Well of Souls is. So if units die during that duration, they will be turned to whites. Look at all these whites. Holy crap. Now he has an army of undead to fight for him. That is very cool. I do like seeing Sorcerer play, because it's very fun. Sorcerers might be considered a bit too OP by some. I wouldn't argue that, but you do have to be very cautious with them, as they do die very easily to pretty much anything. But their powers are incredibly strong. So, whether you go with Corpse Rain or Well of Souls, either way, you're going to do pretty well, I think, if you can keep them alive and be doing well with them. We have 3 Gondor Knight battalions out here for Alex. We're doing pretty well against the Goblin spam Motoma. And we now have an army of Fabled Dwarves moving across with King Bran leading the charge, and Exclesior bringing in some Sorcerers, and see, as you see there, they're dying very rapidly. Try and get off as many Well of Souls as you can before he loses them all. And the downside is, if they live, it doesn't really do much of anything except to poison them. Which it seems to be the case here. So Well of Souls just really didn't do much in that situation, which is unfortunate. It's much better against a lot of little crappy units, or when you're in the middle of an attack, and you will be killing a lot of units. The Dwarves are getting a pretty good hit on Nemo's fort here. He's throwing up a wall hub to try and defend. Meanwhile, some calves being sent by Belsebub to help try and negate a little bit of this damage. I think they'll be able to clean it up there. Belsebub has a crazy amount of orcs, and Easterlings is here as well. And it looks like the chain is moving south with Thralls. He's got Dark Rangers already. Very nice. Good choice. They do also have Longshot, as they are level 2. And that could be incredibly useful if the enemy stops moving. And he should be doing pretty well against Solas for now. Solas doesn't have a ton on the field as far as I can tell. He is going for Wildman Axe Throwers and Pikemen so far. So that'll be Solas' strategy in this game for the time being. Exclesior, of course, as we've seen, is using Sorcerers and probably some Thrall action there as well, since he has some of these. Yes, he is. Looks like Belsebub ran into some pikes there. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. Alex's Cav army is looking strong. Is it 4 battalions of Gondor Knights? It is. It's a lot of Gondor Knights. Matoma's going for a forward base. Very curious. Well, he's got a forward fissure. It's not something you see every day. Oh. He's also raiding the hell out of Alex's base here, which I didn't notice until I looked at the minimap and saw a bunch of his color over here. That explains why Alex is in such a hurry to get home. There's also Eomer in that army there. With that, he should be able to save his base pretty no prob, I think. Also, some Gondor archers here as well to help hold the fort down. And he's built his base a little bit closer to the middle, which is a good call. Not quite in the middle, but close enough to his base. Snowbind being thrown down on the fortress of Fabled. Oh, Mordor's brought the catapults. Belsebub's opted to go for Mordor catapults, which is a good choice, actually. As that should do well in these choke points as well. And also, he might actually be able to hit the fort from that bridge. I'm not sure. As it is a kind of high ground, is it not? Yes, it is. Lots of course, Sorcerers, Well of Souls being used there. It's a thing of beauty. King Bran's getting a little close. Oof. Instantly turning that guy to a white. Such a fate. Well of Souls is going to help them fight back Mordor here pretty well, I think. As the whites are going to be very useful as a army to defend with and push them out of their lands. Meanwhile, Alex is trying to get rid of Matoma's little forward base here. Seems to be doing alright. He is losing a lot of Gondor Knights though. Is this attack worth it? I'm not so sure. If he can get them out of there and heal up, yes. If he loses them, maybe not. Only time will tell, I guess. He has thrown up a tower here to help defend his little choke point against the goblins. That is the only way in, I think. Yep, this is a lava moat leading up to here, so this is the only way in for Motoma, realistically. Unless he wants to go through here and around that way, or go on the other side of the map, which is unfeasible. But, yeah. Solas is gone for Wormtongue. Interesting. That could actually pay off pretty well for them. If he can level up Wormtongue, his Venomous Words is really good. It's like having a free Creebine, pretty much, I guess. And Backstab, of course, is very good for assassinating heroes, as well as Corroded Allegiance, which gives you control of enemy hero, which Angmar has an abundance of very good heroes. Not on the field, though. But if he can control a Witch King or a Rogash or something, he could do quite a bit of damage to the person controlling that guy with his own hero. And that is not something he wants. Alex now has Rohirrim on the field. That should help deal things a little bit better than the Gondor Knights. Do not want to lose this, though. This is level 3, so he doesn't want to lose all that. He has access to all the buildings. Of course, in version 6 of 2.02, Will of Souls is a level 2 power, I believe, and Corpse Rain has been moved to level 3. They've been swapped. Because everyone felt Corpse Rain was a bit too OP for its price, but also Will of Souls, pretty strong as well. They have been discussing how to balance that. I don't know quite what they're doing with that, but we'll see in the next version, I suppose. Meanwhile, Solas is coming in here, and he is looking to do some damage with some crossbows and wildmen. And of course, Wormtongue leading the army. Not really the leader they asked for. Oh, never mind, the Hazelurt's there. Although he's very hurt. He hits at level 5, though. He's staying next to his Axlors, and he's giving his Axlors leadership, though, which is very good. Allowing them to do much more damage to the structures of the chain. Belsebub has brought the Mumix. He does have to be careful if he's using Mumakil and Catapults at the same time, though. As Catapults have a tendency to hit Mumakil when they fire. Ooh, actually, no, he hit him. But a lot of times they'll fire and they'll hit because Mumakil are so tall. It can be a problem when you're using them. So you gotta be careful. And of course it does hurt. We do have Tom Bombadil over here from somebody, taking on Azog, I guess? Azog and Gorkill. Tom Bombadil got wrecked. Unfortunate demise for the freak show himself. What's this? Oh, I was like, what is he firing? It's over here. Just a little goblin cave. We do have trebuchet things, troll stone throwers from Exclesior. And it looks like the base of Nemo could be in some trouble here. He did build up a dormitory expansion, which is a nice little battle tower. Was this on purpose? Or did they freeze that? Was that an offensive snowbind? It very well may have been. Because I don't think the chain used a snowbind on an archer range that wasn't being hit. That wouldn't make sense, would it? No, he doesn't even have snowbind. Good call, though. Using it offensively does freeze the Athelian range from being produced. And of course, if the enemy doesn't have an army to stop you, you will be having a much better time with things. But with Angmar and Dwarves both having catapults here, Nemo could be in a lot of trouble. And I think the chain may need to get snowbind if he's going to save his fort. And they definitely need to get some troops over here immediately. He does have a rebuild, though, at least. Solas, meanwhile, is being trampled by Mumix. Although he does have his guys split up here, which is the way you want to deal with Mumakil, especially with archers. Archers is a great option to deal with Mumix. You just don't want to keep them all clumped in the same spot. That is my best advice to deal with Mumakil. Axlors is probably not the best unit to deal with Mumakil because the range is not as good as, say, Rangers or something, but still do the job if you split them up and throw their axes. But I think this is going to be GG for Nemo's fort. As there is a lot of catapults here. And down goes Nemo's fortress. That does not bode well for the northern team. A long shot's being thrown down there. Nice avoidance by Solas, though. Undoubtedly hitting the X key to split up his units, as you should. It looks like Motoma is raiding the lands of Alex once again. And he's brought Gorkill and King... Gorkill the Goblin King. Did I call him Gorkill? Azog, if I didn't say his name properly. And Gorkill the Goblin King. Wormtongue's lucky. Could have died pretty easily there. This Mumakil should help. Oh man, a charge here would have been brutal, but it would have missed because they ran away just in time. It might be possible for the northern team to come back, but only time will tell. There's a lot of stuff to deal with here. The northern team definitely has good enough players to do that, so we'll see. But things are definitely looking bleak for Nemo, and he has been pushed out of his territory more or less by the forces of Exclesior and Sayang, or Fabled, whatever you want to call him. And it looks like Azog will bite the big one. Unfortunate. Fortunately, Gorgoroth does have a scorpion to get out of there. And some half trolls are doing some damage as well. Level 4 actually. Some highly leveled half trolls. Very nice. Will be difficult for the horses to deal with anyway, but especially now so. That's a curious place for an armory, isn't it? I wonder what Solas was thinking with that. I guess if anything gets summoned in his base to attack it, it won't find his armory. But if anything comes during this path, they will see this. So I don't know. It has its pros and cons, I guess. But since nobody's actually going down that road, I guess it could be a good spot. Looks like Belsebub does have himself the barricade expansion, which is incredibly useful power. Being able to summon these nice little defensive towers everywhere. Every so often. There goes a Muma kill charge. Oh, yes. Ooh, Wormtongue slaughtered there. Just absolutely walked over. The Muma kill play is strong. He really wants Lurtz. Although I think he's come to accept the fact that he won't catch him. The Witch King is out for the chain. Ooh, nice indeed. So yeah, the northern team has the firepower to actually do well here. Solas could be in a lot of trouble with the combination of the chain and Belsebub's armies. So we'll see how that goes. There's so many sorcerers. I can see why this game would give you AIDS. It's very strange to see some player go straight up all sorcerers. Very curious indeed, but very cool at the same time. But I think with the introduction of Drogoth, the Dragon Lord, that might make things a bit problematic. Oh. But we do, of course, have a King Brand, who is up to level 7. And with his Beast Slayer arrow, he'll be able to take Drogoth out with ease. So he has to be very cautious there, as Beast Slayer does a lot of damage to beasts and flying units, which he is, of course, both. And this could be bad for Alex. Where's Alex's army? Looks like it's north, fighting in the middle here, trying to clear out this land, but that might leave his base a bit exposed. If Motoma can crush one of the players on this team, that will give them an advantage, as they still have Nemo. Nemo is undoubtedly, as he is indeed building a new fort in his allies' base there. Although they have lost the front ground, they have by no means lost the battle. So it'll be interesting to see if they can make a comeback by having Motoma take out the Men of the West here. And then it will become 3-on-2, or 4-on-3 rather. My math is not the best. Jeez. And with that amount of half trolls and goblin warriors, I think he should be able to take this out. There is no, of course. Oh, there is boiling oil. Will it be enough to kill buffed half trolls though? Goblin warriors, yes. Buffed half trolls, no. Because they are buffed, they are a lot harder to kill with the boiling oil. The fort might be saved by the arrow towers and Faramir, as well as the Men of Dale summon that was there. It looks like his attack will be repelled. A nice attack though. Good effort. But unfortunately, it did not quite take him out. So we'll see how that goes. We do have, of course, Muma kills. We got Snow Trolls, Witch King of Angmar over there. Lots of good stuff. And now Belsebub's going for an attack on Sayang. Will Fabled be able to take him out, or before his fort goes down? I'm gonna go with maybe not. Their forces are very far north. They are returning home, but will it be in time? Dwarves probably do have a rebuild, I would imagine. I'm not gonna focus too much on the power front. They got powers. It's a 4v4. People will get powers. Let's focus on the gameplay for now, I suppose. Ah, he does have the oil cast. Very nice. There's the barrage on the actual army of Exclesior and Fabled. Brutal. Pretty good attack, actually. So a little bit of damage to the fort, as well as pretty much decimated the army of the southern team in the middle. Now Belsebub can walk in with his Mumik. He's going to be careful, though, and get him out of there, which is probably wise. See who's winning over here. Solas of the Chain. Chain does have the Witch King, of course, who's a little bit wounded. What level is he? I looked like 3 times 3. And it looks like Lurch is about to get his Pillage ability, which will be good for him. Solas has also gone for armor upgrades. And he might have weapon upgrades either on the way or already purchased. Yeah, he just has to equip them. There's a lot of Mumix here, though, which could be absolutely devastating if Solas is not careful. Solas does have Deathbringers, though, which are very good. But of course, they're not going to bring down a Mumakil if it decides to move forward. This would be a good spot to trample. Yeah, there you go. Of course, if you're using Mumakil, you want to keep them in hold ground stance. They get an armor boost, but they don't really get a slow penalty because they're already slow. So I'd always recommend putting them in a hold ground stance if you're going to use them. I need to do that more myself. I always forget. But it does give them a bit of an armor boost. I think it's like 25% armor or something. And of course, Mumakil with more armor is more deadly Mumakil than without. So good to remember. Drogoth is up to level 3 now, and Motoma is in firm control of the center here. Between him and Alex. Alex's base is still quite alive, but I think if Motoma attacks again, he may be in trouble, especially with the assistance of Drogoth. And Alex, like Fabled and Exclesior, are going to push in again. Mass amount of sorcerers and dwarves in conjunction with each other. And Belsebub's gone for Black Riders. Belsebub's got all the good stuff. Mordor's late game is so strong. He's got Black Riders in his arsenal. He's got Mumakil in his arsenal. You could have Fell Beast in your arsenal. Roger Marchers are great. Mordor just has... I think Mordor has the best arsenal late game. I'm going to say it. Doesn't help that Mordor's my favorite team, but I mean, they actually do. I have some of the strongest stuff, I think. They have a lot of options to deal with things. Of course, they have attack trolls, which are great as well. Catapults, battering rams, you name it. And things are not looking too good for Solas over here. He is being 2-on-1, though, to be fair. As Fabled and Exclesior are mainly going together in the center here. It doesn't allow for Solas to have a whole lot of help on the right side against 2 players. Oh man, the sorcerers are dying left and right. Black Riders are a great choice to counter these sorcerers, as they can get in there, do a lot of damage, and get out pretty easily. And it allows the Mumakil to just walk on in. Now pretty much every sorcerer's dead except for like this one maybe. Pretty good attack there. Mumakil got wrecked by that catapult. Unfortunate. They do not like their fire, do they not? We do still have snow trolls out and about. As well as hill trolls now from the chain. Very nice. The Haradrim archers and the Dark Rangers doing pretty well here. Especially when buffed. Black Riders are up to level 1. Up to level 1. They need to get up to level 2 so they get the Dread Visage that Nazguls get. That would be very useful for them. Allowing them to do more damage, of course. His base is looking pretty solid. He's got Ivory Tower now, which he'll see at least attacks coming from a Motoma over here. And we do have a Rogash. A Rogash from Exclesior, no less. I've always thought Rogash's animations are a bit choppy. Is it just me? I don't know. I always thought Rogash was kind of poorly done, animation-wise, in comparison to everything else. But, still pretty good. Rogash, of course, is a great hero as well. And it looks like the chain has one as well, up to level 4. What level is this Witch King here? He's up to level 4 as well. He's got the Morgul Corruption, which is just like Morgul Blade, but probably a little better. And a different fancy name, because it's the Witch Kings. Alright, Motoma's going to go in for an attack here. Worm being summoned in, as well as Drogoth being thrown out there. Oh, Drogoth needs to take this out. Catapults of Fabled have the high ground. Beacon being placed by Solas. There's not a whole lot there. Don't know why. Maybe he's telling his allies to go attack there. I have no idea. But this worm is going to cause problems, definitely, for the men in the west here. But it looks like he has fended off Motoma's attack. So once the worm is dead, he should be just fine over on that side. Alright, the chain and Belsebub still pushing in hard in this section. There goes Freezing Rain. Looks like it's Excelsior's, or Solas's, one of the two. Fabled has Dwarven Riches now, which is nice. The chain has Blight ready to be used. That'll be pretty nasty. Excelsior's freezing rain, of course. Okay. Let's see who else got some powers here. No one's got a 25-point power yet. They're not at that point in the game. This one does a barrage, we saw earlier. Motoma's got Worm, of course, and Scavengers as well, which will help him immensely. Ooh. Those catapults got some range. And those sorcerers are paying the price for it. Ooh. Let's cripple the Witch King. Well, he's not going to leave the Witch King by himself, is he? Saruman. Solas does have the White Wizard. The other White Wizard. And hopefully he can, oh shit. I was going to say, Lurtz is going to beast mode the Witch King here. But with that, I think he'll be okay. He still might be able to get him. Wouldn't that be interesting? Oh shit, he might kill him. Will Lurtz be able to hero? Lurtz actually killed the Witch King while being attacked. Definitely a worthy sacrifice, as the Witch King costs a fortune in comparison to Lurtz. Very nice indeed. So that was a nice play there by Solas. And we do have another Witch King out in the field. This one's Excelsior's, of course. So that'll be good for them. And hopefully the enemy team does not have a hero that cripples and carnages, thankfully. Oh my goodness. Well, Motoma's army is looking quite fierce. He's also got armor and weapons upgrades, probably. Does he have weapons? Let's just look here. He has not purchased the weapons upgrades, but he has the armor on the half-trolls at the very least, which will be doing wonders for him. He's set to break through this choke point here, and then the Men of the West base will be his... Oh no, Drogoth got way out of position there. I think he's going to lose him. These Rangers and Faramir should be enough, and down goes Drogoth. A bit of a mishap. Unfortunate turn of events. And there is still a lot of Rohirrim here, as well as some Rangers and Faramir to hold the fort. And he does, of course, have the Boiling Oil, in case the melee units get too close, but the Giants will be a problem here. So some Tower Guards over here. Those are Nemo's Tower Guards. Nemo's back in the fights. He does, of course, have some new fort, and undoubtedly has some buildings and stuff. He does indeed. So Nemo will be joining the fray on the northern team. Oh boy, looks like a blight was used. Managed to miss that one, but there's a lot of whites on the field now, which is fortunate for the chain here. Yeah. Looks like the chain took out a lot of Solas' troops with said blights. Solas does have another army on chase there. Assuming that was what turned into whites, at least. He has been fighting Solas over there. I think that's a safe assumption, but you never know. And now it looks like Excelsior is pushing in with Fabled. Together, will they be able to clear out Motoma in this area? Possibly. Solas also making a push, and he does have his Saruman as well, up to level 3, so he does have Fireball and his Wizard Blast. And he is cutting through the thralls of the chain pretty easily. We have a Karsh here as well. Karsh is good. Karsh is great against crappy units. Of course, Isengard doesn't have crappy units that just die for him standing around. At least, unless you leave him there for a long time. Oof. Sorcerers with the Rangers and the Catapult. Pretty brutal combo. And the Mountain Giants are being slaughtered. Azog fleeing for his life. Looks like he actually got stopped there for a second. Will he get away? Oh, he's so close to his tunnel. He'll definitely get away there. Barrage being used, though, on the army of the southern team by undoubtedly Belsebub here. As he's also sent in the Black Riders, who can tank a hero hits pretty well, it seems. Tanked a Witch King hit pretty nicely. They are expensive units, and they are worth the pennies that you put into them. Black Riders, that is. As they are, what, 2,000? Yeah. 120 command points, but they are definitely good. It is a bunch of Nazgul, after all, as you would expect. What on earth? Alex is a trebuchet here, just chilling out, being shot by a bunch of archers from Belsebub, which, of course, is going to take him years without fire arrows, as you see there. So, don't attack siege with unupgraded archers, I think is the moral of that story. I don't think he's doing that on purpose, of course, but it is happening. And now Solas is making a push over here. Will the Chain have enough? Chain also employing the use of sorcerers now. He only has fell strength though, which is of course still pretty good. I know this word's being used there. I heard Wormtongue's little words. So he's debuffing the buffed Angmar troops, and they're cutting through him pretty nicely with these Axors. Axors and Pikes, pretty good combo actually. Turns out, who needs crossbowmen when you got Axors? I think Axors are actually better in my opinion, as they do destroy buildings as well. They're still pretty solid with their armor and weapons upgrades. Look at that! Which can get in fireball, go for a little bit of a spin. Belsebub send some catapults to help out. Also some laborers. No, I'm just kidding. They're working. Ooh, the Watcher being summoned under the archer line of the Chain. Brutal. Karsh also there. He needs to get him out of there. I like when Karsh goes flying. He doesn't actually move until he hits the ground. He looks different, to say the least. And now Alex is once again fending off Motoma. Will he have what it takes to do so? Belsebub's also sent some troops as well. And Nemo also sending troops. Any Dunedain over here being slaughtered. Looks like Dunedain summon. We do have Boromir out for Nemo as well. Does he have a Raging Strap-on? No. It does not say Raging Strap-on in 2.02. That's unfortunate, because I found that funny from BF Me Too. Oh well. I guess they wouldn't use the word raging, would they? Still amusing. But so. This Moomakill is getting burst down by archers. See, that's really how you want to deal with those. Rangers do a great job of dealing with Moomakill. A lot of people say, oh, Moomakill are overpowered, and which, you're right, they are. But for the price and such, they are supposed to be. And they're not that difficult to deal with if you know what you're doing. But if you bunch up a bunch of soldiers and hope to kill a Moomakill, you're probably doing it wrong. Just put it that way. And of course we have the debuff for the northern team here with the freezing rain going. Everything is purple. Belsebub's purple anyway, but now he's especially purple. And we do have Drogoth the Dragonlord back on the field for Motoma. So that'll help him out, but there are a lot of rangers, he needs to be very cautious. Drogoth does get Firefly at level 6 though, he could decimate them. Ooh, that'll help as well. Looks like we do have a Wildman summon for Motoma on the archer line of Exclesior there. And that should clear up a majority of that. Witch King's trying to help get rid of it. Hopefully he can manage to salvage some of these, because they are leveled up and they are expensive. He does not have ice arrows though, so at least he won't lose the money off of that. Also, that's a good way to get rid of the guys around him as well. He has to long shot himself. And he does manage to save at least one battalion there, at the very least. Drogoth's Fireball, that's Fireflight, isn't it? He got a couple levels since a second ago. Very nice. And Drogoth is becoming a monster. Leveled up Drogoth is such a beast. And now Motoma's actually hitting the base of Fabled here. Intriguing. The Chain and Belsebub moving south once again against Solas. They can't quite break through though. Solas is doing a great job of defending with his heroes and armies. Let's see if this Moomakill gets any good tramples off. Looks like Saruman used his speechcraft there. Very nice. Another good way to deal with Moomakill is put your pikemen in porcupine formation. As Moomakill don't really want to trample guys in porcupine formation. It does hurt a lot more than normal trampling of pikes. And it slows them down a little bit, I believe. As porcupine formation does with Cav. And the Chain's going to go for an attack on the side here, perhaps. It looks like that little forward works was taken out there. I thought that was a curious spot for a forge works. But there you go. Think you taken out. Looks like the guy's got fire arrows as well. It's always nice to give your Haradrim archers on top of your Moomakill fire arrows, because they do. The Haradrim archers are pretty good, you know. Oh shit! Here we go. Blight Moomakill charge. That is a sick combo. Look at that. Holy crap! And the Moomakill even lived through it. Decimated. And now we have a Balrog summon. Oh, things are getting very interesting on the right side of the map, are they not? That was a good combo, though. I like that a lot. And now Balrog, of course, will begin cleaning up Solas' buildings. That is not good. I think things are starting to fall apart for the northern team, or southern team, rather. Alex still hasn't fallen, though, which is good. Fabled has not fallen either. We're putting up valiant defenses on the left side of the map. With Excelsior's aid, of course. He's doing quite well with his sorcerers and rangers and such. Good way to deal with Balrog is if you have a lot of rangers with ice arrows. They actually kill Balrog very quickly. But you do have to be very cautious, of course. Especially when you have your guys grouped up like this. They could all die in one fell swoop. But he does not have the ice arrows, it looks like. So much for that. A lot of players don't actually go for the ice arrows when they should. They do tend to help a lot. Although, fun fact, ice arrows not very effective against Nazgul and Witch King, as they are kind of like undead-y things. So they're kind of slightly immune to ice, but weak to fire. So there you go. And Balrog has done a good job clearing out the buildings here, so they can just keep making progress. Looks like Balrog's gonna bang this Mumakil. No, not quite. That's good. Could you imagine a hybrid between a Mumakil and a Balrog? An elephant with a fiery elephant with wings. That'd be so cool. And a fiery whip as a tail. That'd be awesome. That needs to happen. Oh shit. Wizard Tower being used on a bunch of catapults there for Belsebub. That's going to set Belsebub back a bit. As now he does not have the siege necessary to break the fortress of Isengard, I think. And Saruman Alert's just holding the fort here, doing a great job. Saruman's actually got his Thunderbolt. Having a level 10 Saruman would be pretty beast as well. He permanently gains control of target enemies. He could actually take over Mumakil. It does a little area too as well, so they have to be very cautious if that's the case. Because Solas could end up with a very powerful army. Oh god, Fell Winds sucked them both into the middle of the army though. And I think Saruman's going to be dead in a second. Saruman indeed died there, Alerts. We're just going to follow suit. He's going to go down fighting though. Looks like the chain has actually upgraded his stuff for ice arrows though. That's good. And it looks like he's moved in time to avoid long shotting, which is nice for him as well. We have Nemo sitting in some room here doing a bit of harass. Things still looking okay here. This is an interesting spot because you can put stuff up here, and as the enemy has to come in this area, you actually have the high ground. So the catapults will fire farther, and archers would do well here as well. I think if you put a tower here, they'd actually do pretty good range. So it'd be a bit campy and hard to break. But at the same time, pretty good. Well. Solas might be in a lot of trouble though. If they lose Solas, I think that'll be GG for them. Because of course the forces of the Chain and Belsebub can focus on the middle instead of Solas. And that would be very bad indeed for the bottom team. Now Motoma's coming in with another army of upgraded goblins. This time there's a Balrog being summoned in to support. Or maybe the goblin army support would be more appropriate, I guess. He has a Balrog after all. Drogoth probably sent in a little prematurely. And I think he's actually going to die here. These towers have range. Yep, that's unfortunate. The tower definitely doing the job, making it difficult for him to get through here. Problem is, he's going so heavy on the cav, and against the goblins it's not really helping because all these half-trolls and giants, that is not useful at all. I mean, against giants it can be useful. They can ride down giants, but not with a bunch of half-trolls around them. So I'm curious to see if they will make it to the fort or not. With Balrog's help, at least they will destroy everything. There goes the marketplace. And a worm being summoned as well. Of course, once all these level 3 farms go down, and these level 3 buildings and such, that will be very bad. And that will pretty much leave Alex paralyzed here. Motoma didn't quite hit the mark with that fire breath. I guess he did. It looked like he did it that way, but no. Of course, the fire arrows of the Ithilien Rangers not going to help out at all against Balrog, as he is a bit immune to fire there. Yeah, but he's pulling out all the stops. He's summoned the Wildmen, so he's just going to get this. Oh, unless that actually takes him out, which it probably will. Yeah, it does indeed kill every one of them. Very nice. And Nemo's got an army there, pushing forward. And Belsebub and the Chain still pushing forward with a lot of stuff. Look at all these mimics. I love it. You gotta love watching Belsebub play. Especially late game. He does a lot of fun stuff. Alright, well Solas is still fighting on. Somehow. Against these overwhelming odds. I don't know how the hell he's still hanging on so long. It looks like saying Exclesior are gonna help out. And will Alex be okay though? I think Motoma definitely needs to follow up on this attack if he wants to get anywhere. Oh, nice. Glorious charge. from the Rohirrim, or from King Theoden and the Rohirrim of Alex. They are doing fairly well. Needs to get out of there probably though before too much gets gets going there. Not bad though, not bad at all. And we do have a couple giants still alive, as well as a couple goblin heroes. Faramir should probably focus the giants. It's the most pressing matter. Also, these rangers should probably be helping here as well. I don't think he'll get the fortress, especially now that the Rohirrim have returned home. No, he'll definitely be fine. But we'll see. Maybe we'll use some powers over there and finish off the fortress of Alex. Only time will tell. I'd be very excited to see if Solas can press forward with the help of Exclesior and Sayang and make a comeback here. If the southern team can make a comeback, that would be great. As you see here, Corpse Rain is absolutely trash against Mumikil, so don't use it. It does nothing. It's good to keep in mind, because you wouldn't really know unless you use it. Fireball pretty effective though, and also Catapult Fire also decently effective. These guys are not in Porcupine. They should have been. But looks like he does manage to bring it down with the help of the Men of Dale. Very nice indeed. And now they actually might have a counterattack on their hands. Will Belsebub and the chain be ready for it? I don't know. Guess we'll see. We had a lot of Mumikil on the way to help though. He does still have the Black Riders as well, up to level 2, so they do have the Drevissage. See how things are going over here. Ah, we got flying units from Belsebub. He's got the Witch King and he's got a Fell Beast. This is Mordor. Oh my goodness. Dune Knight have been summoned in to help. Looks like Nemo's finally joining the fray on this side. I mean, he may have joined the fray many a time, but he's finally down here, is what I'm saying. With Boromir using his Raging Strap-on to stun the enemies. And his brother Faramir, of course, helping with the defense, or the attack rather. The defense would be the other Faramir, if he's still alive. We do have a Boromir out here from Alex. Ooh, Boromir went a bit too balls deep in there. Snowbun has been using the Fortress of Alex. Somehow it's still building a hero, though. Interesting. I thought I was supposed to freeze that. Maybe it was already done by the time he did it. I don't know. Aragorn is out in the field now. And Nemo is going to have to pull back, because Alex, I think, has enough to fend him off. Motoma changing targets, though, going for Fabled now. Fortress hasn't taken much damage. Dwarven fortresses are very sturdy. As you see, they're not taking a whole lot of damage from the siege. Actually, taking very little from the unupgraded thing there. Where on earth is this? We do have a Shade of the Wolf somewhere. There it is. Looks like it was summoned under the army of Fabled. This must be Excelsior's Shade of the Wolf, I would imagine. Because I don't think the chain would summon it under himself. There's the Call of the Pack, trying to get rid of the Mumikil pen. It's actually level 3, so that's a big loss. Also, if he doesn't cancel that, he does lose the money as well, the building Mumik. Nice. That will shut down. Oh, that actually won't shut it down. He was running off 2 Mumikil pens. Jeez. 2 level 3 Mumikil pens, no less. But at least that halves it. The Watcher being summoned in, trying to deal with the giants and the catapults. Rebuild going down the fortress there. Nemo summoning in the Rohirrim. Oh my goodness. It's quite the attack. Belsebub also has some catapults down here. There's a lot of siege hitting the fort. But, like I said, it doesn't do a whole lot. It's going to take a lot of fire to take on a Dwarven fortress. As I think they're more tanky than others. Sure, certainly feels that way, doesn't it? And they have the armor upgrade. And I would not be surprised if that was the case. Alex's base is okay. Exclesior, I don't think has been attacked yet. He's also got Winter's Wrath. Would that reach over here? I think he just ticked it to use. I thought I saw a flash. Or maybe his base is just flashing. No, guess not. I'm seeing things. But the base of Fabled is going down here rapidly. King Dane leading the charge, trying to take down these giants. And Gimli is also there as well. There's another Shade of the Wolf. Where? I don't see it. Okay. Or maybe it's despawning? I don't know. We either way have an Undermine taking out the catapults there. Oh, and the Fortress of Fable goes down. That's a huge loss for the southern team. Yeah, I think that was just the other Shade of the Wolf despawning. Not another one being summoned. Oh, just in time for an avalanche, fell wind, or fell wind avalanche rather. Brutal combo. Grouping all your guys in this little area and then just splatting them with gigantic rocks of snow and ice. That is unfortunate for Solas. Quite the loss. Oh jeez, Wormtongue's really keen to kill Karsh there. Karsh is getting out of there quickly though, as Wormtongue. Now a bunch of Black Orcs and Haradrim Archers and Mumakil bringing themselves forth to the south. And I think this could be GG for the southern team. Also, Fire Drakes. Gorgoroth got level 10. That's not something you see every day. Summoning his 3 Fire Drakes. Incredibly strong level 10 power. Yeah, they don't come with Inferno though. As it would be. I always thought that was pretty overpowered. 3 Fire Drakes with Inferno is incredibly overpowered. 3 Fire Drakes by itself is still pretty damn strong. Without the Infernos. Incinerates. Is it Inferno or Incinerate? I can't remember. Either way, I'd say, yeah. With the base of Fabled destroyed and the forward stuff Exclesior gone as well, I think this will be the momentum that the northern team needs as long as they keep pushing in. The chain's bringing forth armies as well as Belsebub to try and break Solas over here, who's been fighting on and doing a great job of it, as you would expect from Solas. And Motoma is bringing forth an army here as well. Many giants, many spider eyes, many half-dwarf marauders. A very beastly goblin army. Slaughtering Aragorn there, or Boromir. Was it Aragorn or Boromir? That is Aragorn. Not even the heir of Gondor, the king of Gondor, could stand up to such might. We're being summoned in again as well. Freezing rain, canceling the darkness. That should at least help the southern team fend off a little bit. Darkness being cast once again over the freezing rain, rebuffing the northern team. Holy crap. Belsebub does have flying air superiority as well. Something Eisen lacks in is air defense, I feel. Even though they have these buffed Axlars, they still have trouble with defending against flying. I feel, at least. Ooh, look at that Black Rider trample. That was brutal. And they are level 3 now. So doing like a moonwalk to get out of there. What the hell is that all about? That's very strange. Look at that, they're even able to fight pikes. Black Riders are definitely something you want to go for. Something I should go for myself a little more often. I always seem to get them killed though, but they are very, very brutal units. Bit expensive. You have to get a level 3 siege work, of course, and they're 2 grand by themselves, but if you can keep them alive, they are very useful. And of course, Balrog being summoned in once again by Motoma to cripple the base of Alex. Does he have an army to follow up? He does indeed. Nemo has got an army here as well, of a few units here and there. And the Mountain Giant should do the damage. There we go. Doing great damage. Balrog going for the fort because really there's no reason to go after anything else. He doesn't need to take the farms. Once he gets this, he's killed Alex, of course. Beacon being placed by Alex, showing he's not in the best of ways. He needs to rebuild. Oh, Watcher on the army of Solas, just in time to see that slaughter. Nice one, Motoma. Good placed Watcher. Watchers is so devastating, aren't they? Not only do they come up and destroy your army, they stand around and be an asshole and eat your troops and whip the shit out of them. Oh man, brutal. Oh, Solas has a mine launcher expansion. Nice. Those are very good for defense. Look at that. If you got one on the front of your base, it makes the front definitely difficult to siege. Solas is holding on though. Nice arrow volley there, or long shot, one of the two. Managed to kill a lot of dudes along with that. How on earth did this live? It looks like Exclesior came to his aid just in the nick of time. Although the Drogoths have none of it. Fire flighting on the Dark Rangers and getting out of there immediately. He is weak to ice arrows as well, being a dragon, fire dragon. So he needs to be very cautious. He will drop very fast to these Rangers with the ice arrows. So that is something for him to keep in mind, of course. I'm sure he's well aware. But yeah, looks like Solas' defense has been successful for now. The Chain and Belsebub need to regroup with more troops. They're having a tough time breaking Solas. It's crazy. Anyone who said Isengard sucks, myself included, I guess could take note from what Solas is doing. He's fending off an Isengard, not Isengard, a Mordor and an Angmar army fairly well. Pretty much solo. Goblins even joined the fray here. I mean, I'm not saying he hasn't been helped, because he has, but... Ooh, shit. Looks like we're just in time to miss a Fires of Doom there. It's called Fires of Doom, right? Rain of Fire. Fires of Doom is Sauron's. I always get it mixed up. Belsebub does have Balrog as well. Oh boy. Oh, the Fortress of Alex has actually gone. Shit. He's still in the game, but he's not in a good way. Oh man. Looks like Winter's Wrath was used there. Balrog being summoned in. Oh. Gonna try and do some damage to the base here of Solas. Trying to break it so him and the chain can break through here. Another well-placed watcher. This is a nasty spot for a watcher. You can't really get up here without getting through it. And a dragon has been summoned in as well. Looks like we do have a new fort here from Fabled, but it's in a bad way here. Look at all these fire drakes. Jesus. This is a pretty epic game, I gotta admit. I am enjoying it quite profusely. More than acceptable, I'd say. But of course, these 3 fire drakes being summoned in by Gorgoroth, the Goblin King. Having a level 10 Gorgoroth pays off. They don't do a ton of damage to the fort, it seems, but I mean, with enough firepower here. Should really turn his Goblin or his Spider Arrows on melee. I think they would do better against the fort, but I think either way, he's going to get the fortress. It does not matter whatsoever. This dragon, of course, is from Motoma as well. And also Balrog. My god. What a brutal ending. Fabled has been defeated. Oh my god. Now Solas will finally die. I think the dragon just made a... yeah. He hit a bit of his own units. Dragon's got a little bit of a friendly fire arc there. I think that's fine. But this is almost off cooldown. That could be useful. And of course, Exclesior is still alive here. But not sitting on a whole lot of stuff. To be fair, Nemo's just waiting for the battle to end over there, it looks like. And Motoma has the siege over here under control. My god. Ah, it's come off cooldown. A few more units get to fry before Solas leaves this this world. Which is fair. It's a fair trade-off. Not quite though, I guess. Nemo does have some Rohirrims over here though. That's good. I guess he did before. I just wasn't really paying attention to the fact that they were his. And there we go. Solas has been defeated. And now we just have Exclesior at his fortress, which is now being barraged and converged upon by 4 armies. And it should be a quick endeavor, I think. For some reason, Belsebub has some Haradrim behind his fortress, which is interesting. There's Karsh. Oh my god. And now they're just going to send everything they have to finish off Exclesior. But yeah. Oh jeez, this has come off cooldown. Looks like that's what Exclesior is waiting for. Didn't quite do much to Karsh. But, yeah. Pretty epic game, honestly. That was a good one. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one as well. I thought it was a pretty good cast. I don't know about the casting, but I try not to miss too much. I thought it was a pretty epic game. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that cast of Rise of the Witch King Patch 2.2 version 6, and I will see you all next time.